As you release onto your back, just notice all the points of connection with the mat and how the body can feel so grounded when you just let everything go. I always love to take a couple of moments in the beginning to just settle my mind, prepare the body for our movement. And as you come into your place today on the mat, maybe something we can think about is reading from Melody Beattie, Journey to the Heart. This idea that there's magic in the unknown. Now is a time of magic. Let the universe take your hand and show you things you have never seen before. Now, at last, you're open and vulnerable enough to begin. Celebrate the magic, the mystery of the unknown. Celebrate the miracles that will certainly come. Well, I picked that because the unknown is where we're at. We're always talking about the uncertainty of these unprecedented times. So the unknown. So many of us have found the magic in this time that we were not expecting. And so maybe as you move through your practice today, think about the magic in the unknown, whether that is the magic in your body as you explore things, as you allow change to take root for the moment, and just go with the magic. Be open to whatever comes. Begin to come into some nice long cleansing breaths, taking an inhale through the nose, open mouth side out. Again, inhale through the nose, nice and long breath. Open mouth, let it go. One more like that, inhale. And exhale. And then start to come into perhaps your Ujjayi breath or any other breath that's comfortable for you. Ujjayi breath, breathing in and out through the nose, sealing off the back half of the throat, making an ocean-like sound with the breath, generating an internal heat. Nice internal warming breath. And then wherever you are, begin to come into a full body stretch. Reach those arms and legs in opposite directions. We're going to come into a half crescent. So just reach arms and legs over to the right, creating a nice C curve with your body. Or on your floor, you're like this. Maybe reaching for that left wrist with the right hand. Give that a gentle guiding over to the right. Maybe crossing the left ankle over the right, getting into the IT band. And feel that nice compression on the right side and expansion on the left side body. And then inhale, come through center, reaching opposite directions again, full body stretch. And then take your C curve over to the left. Option to take that right wrist with the left hand, guiding it over to the left, finding that nice C curve on the left side body. Maybe the right ankle crosses over the left. And then come back through center. Full body stretch for just a moment, and let's hug the knees to the chest, keeping the shoulders and head down, just rock side to side. Back to a full body stretch. And then knees to the chest this time, lift the head, the shoulders, coming into a tight ball. Full body stretch. And then into a tight ball. This time as you come into your full body stretch, maybe hover arms and legs, getting into the core. One more time, tight ball. One more time, extend the legs and arms, hovering them. And then release into that full body stretch. Grab opposite elbows, letting the elbows rest on the floor. Just open up through the front body, through the back body, getting the shoulders nice and open for a moment. And then knees to the chest again. Let's take one hand to each knee and then start to straighten your arms so that your knees are right over your hips, like you're sitting in a chair. And take a little bit of core activation here. Press the knees into the hands and the hands into the knees. Just feel the core engage. Yeah. And then keep the shape with the knees. Release the hold. Arms into a cactus. And we'll just come into a little spinal twist flow here. Just drop both knees over to the right, but just hover them. And then come through center and take both knees over to the left. Back up and over to the right. One more time over to the left. Back up to the center. Hug those knees real tight, tight ball. Let's slide the hands behind the thighs so we can start to rock and just find some rocking motions to massage the spine. Taking those feet overhead if that feels good. And eventually coming into a seat. Cross-legged seat, doesn't matter which leg in front, we'll get to switching in a moment. Once you're in your seat, just inhale, arms up to the sky. Come into our lateral twist, right hand, lateral side, right hand down to the mat, left hand over, and just reach that arm up and over, maybe releasing onto the forearm or pressing into the hand. And just take your gaze up to the sky, open that elbow a little bit. Both arms up to the sky and over to the left. So we want to think about the shoulders stacking. So as you bring your gaze up and over, really stack the shoulders. Back up. Hands behind your hips. Switch across to your legs. Both arms up to the sky. And we'll twist over to the right. Left hand to the right knee. Right hand behind the back. Press in to the back hand to lift up through the spine. Exhale to twist. Both arms up to the sky, centering, and then over to the left. Right hand to the left knee. Press into the left hand. Lift up through the sky, through the spine. Both arms up overhead. And drop the hands down in front of you. Come into your table. From your table, let's come into a child's pose. You don't have to take the knees too wide. Just bring the toes together and sink your hips to your heels. If you were in my class last week, we did this. You're going to come into a thread, kind of a thread version, but bring your gaze straight forward. So your chin or your forehead is on the mat, looking, if you can, straight forward. Pressing into the hands so the elbows are off the mat. Slide the right hand underneath so your gaze stays to the front. So we're not going for a twist, we're going for a shoulder release. I want you to think about releasing that right shoulder down to the mat. And once that feels good, just think about releasing that left shoulder down to the mat. So you're not twisting, you're releasing into the shoulders. Go ahead, let the forehead hit the mat. Breathe into, as I said, your right shoulder. Breathe into that left shoulder. And then inhale into your table. Let's come into a traditional thread the needle on that side. Right hand up to the sky and shoot it under the chest over to the left. This time coming into the twist, coming down on your right ear, right shoulder. Maybe pressing down on that left hand underneath the left shoulder to stack the shoulders. And then taking the options that you like with your left hand up to the sky, behind the waistband. What feels good for you now? And start to unwind. Replace the left hand down, right hand up to the sky. And to the other side. So come into your child's pose, hips to heels. And again, gaze forward, walk the hands forward, elbows are off the mat. And either the chin or the forehead is going to hit the mat. Thread the left arm underneath and keep the gaze forward. Breathe into the left shoulder. And then start to allow the right armpit, the right shoulder to come down. And let's come back up into your table and thread the needle on the, and traditionally, left hand up to the sky, threaded underneath your chest, reaching over to the right, coming down onto your left ear, left shoulder, finding your full twist here, maybe pressing into that right hand right under the shoulder to stack the right shoulder on top of the left. Once you get that nice stacking, then come into the options that feel good for you with your arms, your legs. You can reach the right arm up to the sky behind your waistband. You can extend that right leg. You all know the drill. And as you're ready, come back into your table. And from table, take some movements that feel right for you this moment. Maybe circling the hips in one direction, circling them in the other direction. Maybe adding some cat-cows in here. Let's start to come into our first downward facing dog. Walk the hands forward, tuck the toes, lift up into your downward facing dog. Start to pedal out the feet, bending one knee, then the other, taking the downward facing dog movements that feel right for you. Couple things to think about: pressing into all 10 fingers, a lot of weight in the thumb and the index finger to help find that rotation. So I like to think about my upper armpits looking at each other a bit so that I broaden across the upper back. But by pressing into the thumb and first finger, I'm getting that rotation for the lower arms. And then bring your gaze up to the front of the mat. Start to take some gentle steps up to the front of the mat. Find your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's just take a moment here in our halfway lift. Press the hands into the shins press back. Think about spinal length, reaching from tailbone through the crown of the head to get the spine nice and long. Exhale, fold. One more time like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Then through the knees, reach the arms and the gaze up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Plant the hands, step back into a plank, and let's lift straight into a downward facing dog. Extend that right leg long up to the sky and step it through between the hands. Low lunge, drop the back knee, top of the foot, reach the arms up to the sky, Anjaneyasana. So from here, I want you to cactus your arms, bringing the elbows towards each other in the back, and then we're going to rotate to the right. Inhale, arms up to the sky, square the shoulders. And again, cactus the arms, elbows towards each other, and rotate to the right. Inhale, arms up, shoulders square. Plant the hands, frame the foot, and straighten that front leg. And just flow, bend the front knee. Straighten. Then frame the foot, tuck the back toe, power up the back knee, step forward, forward fold at the front of the mat. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Hands to heart center. Big step back with the left foot. Left hand down to the mat, right hand up to the sky. Find your lunge twist. And then both hands inside the front foot. Turn to the left, bend into the left knee, come into a lunge into that left knee. And just work through your inner right leg lining here, coming down as low as you like, staying up, maybe finding length through the spine. You'll see this again. I love coming into this. And then back to runners, framing that front foot, Step back into a plank. And let's lower, shift forward, lower all the way down to the belly. Inhale up to your baby cobra or cobra, pressing into all 10 toenails. Forehead down to the mat, come into table. Child's pose for a breath. Back to table, then downward facing dog. Gazing up to the front, make your way to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Arms and gaze up to the sky. And hands to heart center. Take that on the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands, step back into a plank. Lift into downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky. Gaze between the hands, step the foot through, find your low lunge on this side. Drop the back knee, top of the foot to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, cactus. And then rotate to the left. Inhale, arms up. One more time. Cactus. Rotate left. Inhale, arms up. Frame the foot, straighten that front leg. And rebend. Straighten. Rebend. Frame the foot, tuck the back toe, power up the back knee, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Exhale, hands to prayer. Big step back with the right hand, with the right leg, right hand to the mat. And we come into our high lunge twist. High lunge twist. And both hands inside that front foot. You're going to take your gaze to the right and take your side lunge to the right. Squeeze my back to you. And again, just stretch out now the inner leg lining of the left leg. Back to the front for runners. Plant the hands, step back into plank. And option 2, lower down the way you like. Maybe drop the knees, maybe come all the way high to low push up. Inhale, upward facing dog, or your choice of back bend, and downward facing dog. Gaze up to the front of the mat, hop, step, or float your feet to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Arms and gaze up to the sky, and hands to heart center. I always seem to run out of time, so I'm not going to do as much in the beginning as we normally do. Let's just do one sonnet, and then we'll get into a sequence, okay? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank. Shift forward, and knees down or up. Lower down into your chaturanga. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, from here, let's just drop into child's pose for just a moment. Remembering that child's pose is a space that you can come anytime as we move through the flow. So we're going to come into a flow, we'll just build on it a little at a time, and we'll work on opening up through the shoulders with a couple of binds. It'll be progressive, nothing crazy, nice and slow. Okay, let's lift into our downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky. Knee to nose, round through the spine. And step it through runner's lunge. Press up into your high lunge. We've seen this before, cactus the arms. Twist to the right. Inhale, arms up to the sky. We'll take that 2 more times, cactus. Rotate. Reach arms up. And again. So if you're feeling wobbly, press into the heel of the front foot, ball of the back foot, maybe widen the stance. Open to warrior 2. It's a nice simple first pass. So find your warrior 2, first warrior 2, pressing into the knife edge of the back foot. Front knee is going out towards the right front corner of the mat, so the knee is not caving in. You're reaching arms in opposite directions, gaze over the front fingers. Flip the front palm, reach forward, get a good bend in that front knee. Inhale to your reverse warrior. Still keeping that bend in the front knee. And come into your extended side. Forearm to the thigh. Reach the top arm up and over. So in here, in this pose, press into the right elbow, the right forearm to lift up. Think about energy from the left fingertips all the way down to the knife edge of that left foot. Finding length. Beautiful. Come back into your reverse, keeping the knee just where it is. And then cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot. Step back into plank and lower down or meet us in downward facing dog. All right, from here we're going to the other side. Extend the left leg up to the sky. Knee to nose, round through the back. Step it through, come into your high crescent lunge, reach the arms up. You know where we're going, cactus the elbows, rotate to the left. Inhale, arms up. Cactus, rotate, lift the arms up. One more time, cactus, rotate, arms up to the sky. Open to your warrior two. Flip the front palm, reach forward, get a nice bend and come into your reverse warrior. And then extended side. So same thing in your extended side. Think about rotating the bottom ribs forward and being brought across the upper back and lifting through both sides of the body. You come back into your reverse. And then cartwheel hands down, frame the foot, step back into plank, and make your way to downward facing dog. 3 cleansing breaths here, downward facing dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. And let's build on to that. Extend your right leg up to the sky. Knee to nose, step it through, high crescent lunge. And just one time, cactus the arms, rotate to the right. Inhale, arms up. Open to warrior two. Flip the palm, find your reverse. And this time as you come into your extended side angle, let's add just a half bind. Take that top arm underneath or behind your waistband. Maybe it tucks into the thigh crease and just use that to find leverage to spin those bottom ribs forward. Maybe your gaze is over the shoulder, up to the sky. And then maybe keeping that bind, come into your reverse. And then straighten that front leg coming into your reverse triangle. Maybe with the bind still, maybe not. If you don't like the bind, release it. And back to your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot. Come into a three-legged dog, right leg up to the sky. Take a little bit of core here, knee to nose. Extend long. Right knee to right elbow, stacking shoulders over the wrist, extend it long. And then over to the left, finding that twist, and extend long. Step it through between the hands, warrior one. Little cactus flow here, cactus, the elbows, and then tilt forward, bringing chest towards the thigh. Reach the arms forward. Nice 45-degree angle, reach the arms back, airplane back. Airplane forward, cactus the arms, back up to warrior one. All right. Both hands down inside that front foot. We're going to take a little side lunge to the back. And then we're going to come forward into our runners. And find your twist here. Left hand stays down, right hand up to the sky. Right, from here, power up so that we're coming into a standing twist. So lift that left arm up and forward, right hand back. Option to come in the back bend, dropping the right hand to the back of the left thigh. Left hand up to the sky. And then both arms up. Frame the foot. Step back into plank. And make your way to downward facing dog. Either flowing or pressing straight into downward facing dog. Okay, left leg up to the sky. Step it through between the hands, high crescent lunge. Cactus the arms just once, rotating to the left. Inhale, arms up. Open to warrior two. Now just flip the palm, come into your reverse. And extended side angle. So before you come into the bind, maybe in this extended side angle, you can bring your elbow just a little bit more forward towards that knee. So less towards your hip, more towards the knee to find even more opening. Once you have the opening that feels good, come into the bind. Add that half bind. Spinning the bottom ribs forward, opening up. And maybe you keep the bind as you come back into the reverse. Straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. And then release the arms, cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot. Three-legged dog, left leg up to the sky. And we'll take our core flow, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Knee to left elbow. Extend. Knee to right elbow. And extend. Step it through, find your warrior one. Cactus the arms. Tilt forward, bringing the chest towards the thigh. Reach the arms forward, find that airplane arms. So reaching from fingertips again through the knife edge, airplane the arms back. Airplane the arms forward, back to cactus, and up to warrior one. Take both hands inside the front foot. Side lunge to the right. And then back to your runner's lunge, coming into the lunge twist. Right hand down, left hand up to the sky. Power up the legs so that you can lift your right arm up and forward, left hand to the back, coming into a standing twist. Option to add the back bend, taking the back hand to the back of the right thigh, right hand up to the sky. Both arms up. Frame the foot, step back, make your way to your downward facing dog. All right, 3 cleansing breaths again here. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Take the moves that feel good, maybe pedaling up the feet. Let's just take a moment to find our down dog twist. So step the feet, the width to the mat, and up a foot. So shorten that dog. Maybe when you take that shortened stance, your heels reach the ground. Right hand to the left ankle or to the left corner of your mat. And maybe find that twist there, reaching and looking underneath the left armpit. As you bend the right elbow, find a deeper twist. And release, switch sides. Left hand goes to the right ankle or the right back corner of the mat. Bend the left elbow to deepen the twist as you bring your gaze underneath the right armpit. Release both hands. And let's just walk to the front of the mat, find a forward fold. Inhale, arms and gaze up to the sky. Hands to heart center. All right, we'll take the final part in that sequence. Inhale, arms up. Just build on a little bit more. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into plank, and either flow or press straight into your downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky. Knee to nose. Round through the spine. Step it through. Reach into your high crescent lunge. Cactus the arms. Just one time, rotate to the right. Inhale, both arms up. Open to your warrior two. Flip that front palm. Find your reverse. And come into your extended side angle. And so this time, maybe take the bind behind the back and drop the front elbow inside the front knee. And maybe you have a 3/4 bind where the hands meet. And with this, you can press that front elbow into the front knee to open that knee even wider and find better stacking. Maybe go for a full bind. All right, release the hands, keep the bind behind the back, come into your reverse. Always have the option to unbind, you know that. Straighten the front leg. Reverse triangle. And let's come into triangle. So shorten the stance if that feels good for you. I like keeping the bind today, just doing something different. Finding the magic and difference. Reach the arms all the way forward. Find that length, no rush. Drop the bottom hand and spin by pressing the back hand into the back and the front hand into the shin. Find that ability to really rotate the lower ribs forward. And if that feels good, take that right hand and reach it straight out to the left, palm up. And maybe take it to your heart. So again, nice rotation. And find that bend in the front leg. Come into your warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down in front of the foot, right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. And we'll add on to our core pose, knee to nose. Extend it long. Knee to right elbow. Extend long. Knee to left, pause here. Let's come into our fallen triangle. Thread the right leg all the way to the left. And reach the left arm not only up, but all the way over towards the right side of your mat. Hips up, open as much as you can. And then plant both hands, knee to nose. And step forward into our where are we going? Into our warrior one. So a little release for the shoulders. Let's find our humble warrior. Interlace the hands behind the back. Lift the heart, pull the fist towards the heel. Exhale down into your humble warrior. So in your humble warrior, first time, chest to the thigh or the shoulder inside the knee. Think about pressing into the knife edge of the back foot so we take some of the weight off of that front foot. And then keeping the bind, commit to your halfway lift. Think a cobra back. And then exhale back down into your humble. Release both hands down inside the front foot. Come into your side lunge to the left. So bend into the left knee. And we're going to take this, we're going to add here to the front lunge. So bend into the right knee. And back to the left. Now this time we're going to shoot to the front, right into a warrior three. So turn to the front, come into your warrior three. So flex those back toes down towards the mat, drop the left hip down a little bit more. Hands can be in prayer, they can reach forward if you have the room. They can be back. And we're going to dismount into a high lunge. Bend through the standing leg, step back, come into your high crescent. And we're going to come back into that standing lunge. Left hand forward, right hand back, bend the back knee towards the mat. Straighten that back knee, reach the arms up. One more time, twist left hand forward, bend the back knee. Straighten the back leg, reach up. Take your hands to prayer. Reach long flank, long length, and then twist to the right. So, I know your right hip is screening. Your left elbow to the right, Think about bringing the chest to meet the sternum to meet the thumb. So continue to rotate those bottom ribs all the way through. An option here, let's just stay in this for a moment. I'll add the option in a moment. All right, bring your gaze down to your feet. Keep the prayer hands. Step forward into a chair twist. Okay. So we're almost done. I'm going to face you. So in this chair twist, again, think about twisting, bringing those left ribs forward. Option to spread the arms. An option to take the top arm behind the waistband, maybe it tucks into the thigh crease, and that bottom hand to the heart. You should find just a beautiful stacking here. Maybe lower your seat just a little bit more. Beautiful. And then we're all gonna find a forward fold. Yay! Hey, just melt into your forward fold for a moment. Maybe you come into a yogi toe hold. Peace fingers underneath the big toe, thumb on top. Elbows coming out to the side. Bend deeply through the knees as needed. And maybe gradually start to straighten the legs a little bit. Release, bend through the knees, reach arms and gaze up to the sky. Hands to heart center. All right, we have one more bit to go. Oh, good, I'm better on time today than usual. All right, arms up. Exhale, fold. Step back into a plank and either flow or go straight into downward facing dog. Left leg up to the sky. Step it through, come into your high crescent lunge. Cactus the arms, rotate to the left. Inhale, arms up. Open to your warrior two. Flip the palm, come into reverse. On your extended side angle, same thing here. Working on that bind. So step by step, remember reaching the elbow towards the knee. Nice length, fingertips to the knife edge of your foot. Top arm behind the back, finding the thigh crease maybe. And then the left knee goes, the left elbow to the inside of the knee. Maybe marry the hands and use that elbow to spin the lower ribs down. You always can come into your full bind. But for me, this is a better stacking of the shoulders. Release the bind, keep the hand behind the back, come into your reverse. And straighten the front leg, reverse triangle. Keeping the bind if you want, find triangle, taking your time, reaching the arm all the way forward, cup the hip back, and then dropping that hand somewhere below the knee. Find your spin. So if you still have that bind, the half bind, you can add the bottom arm reaching towards the side, palm up. And maybe the hand comes to your heart. Again, really feels good to find that stacking and also the length from your right hip to the crown of the head. All right, unbind, come back into warrior two. Cartwheel the hands down, frame the foot, left leg up to the sky, down dog split. Coming into our core, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Over to the left elbow, extend. Over to the right, finding your fallen warrior if you want, threading the left leg all the way through. I'm running out of room here. Reach the right arm up to the sky and open it up towards the side of your mat, finding the heart opener. All right, and then bringing the knee to the nose and stepping it through, coming into our warrior one. This is a little break here, right? Interlace the hands behind the back, finding the opposite thumb on top, reach the fist towards the heel, heart forward. And then find your humble warrior, taking chest to thigh or shoulder to the inside of the knee. And all those same things, pressing into the knife edge of the back foot to help distribute the weight nice and evenly. Come into a halfway lift, pull the fist towards the back of the room, find a cobra back. Exhale down. Both hands inside the mat. And then we'll Skonasana or side lunge to the right and to the front, to the back. And remember, warrior three, dismount into warrior three. Whew. And then frame foot, step back into a high lunge, high crescent. Right arm forward, left hand back, drop the back knee. Both arms up, straighten the leg. Hover the back knee, straighten the leg. Hands to prayer, reach all the way forward, coming into a prayer twist. So we've been perfectly primed to spin those lower ribs all the way to the front. Right ribs to the left side. Gaze to the feet, step the back foot forward, chair twist. Last little bit here. You can stay in your twist, you can open the arms. You can take the top arm behind the waistband and the bottom hand to the heart. Lower the seat just a little more. And find your forward fold. Such a nice release. Maybe you come into a gorilla pose this time, lifting the toes, sliding the hands underneath the feet. The toes come up to the wrist creases. Oh, I had one more bit, but I think I always do this, I'm running out of time. All right, bend through the knees, reach the arms and gaze up to the sky. Hands to heart center. Let's reach up. Come into a lizard by finding your way forward fold. Step back into a plank. Just lower down. Halfway, inhale to your upward facing dog. Pause here for a moment and just swing the hips side to side. And then lift into downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky. We're going to step that foot to the front of the mat, to the outside of both hands. Come into your lizard. You just rock back and forth. If you stay on the back toes, you can just work through the hip flexors a bit. And you can drop that back knee and find your lizard choice. Maybe you come down onto your forearms. Maybe you stay up on the palms. Maybe you take a winged dragon coming on the knife edge of the right foot. Right hand to the right knee, open that out. Find your lizard of choice. And let's just come back up onto our hands. Tuck up the back toe, extend the right leg up to the sky. And release it down. We'll take the other side, left leg up to the sky. And then step it through outside of both hands. There are so many things I thought we were going to do in lizard, but time gets away from me. So maybe you're dropping the back knee, tuck the foot. Maybe you're coming down on the forearms. One of these days I'll have to time myself better so we can get into some more fun lizard options. I love this pose. Maybe come into your wing dragon. I always think about one instructor, I don't agree with this, who said, this is the lazy option. I don't agree with that. I think we all get what we need. She felt the tighter option was coming so that you are pressing your shoulder into the knee, so you're making both the knee, thigh, and upper arms work. But you know, it's what is it that you're looking for? All right, come back up onto your hands, power up the back leg, and step back into a plank. Lift into your downward facing dog. And let's just come to a seat. Maybe you bring your gaze to the front and you bend through the knees, hop forward, crossing the feet, and coming into a Paschimottanasana with the legs straight out in front of you. And let's just find a gentle fold. So flex the feet, bend the knees as much as you need. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Release the shoulders down as you reach the fingertips up. And exhale, let's bring the chest towards the thigh. And I want you to think about reaching forward rather than going down. So reach forward, 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 all the way. And then with the exhale, when you can't reach forward anymore, go ahead and release down. In fact, you can do that again. You can take a halfway lift, reach the arms forward. Exhale down. That's your choice if you just want to get that leg. Start to roll up. Let's come into our Janu Sirsasana. Such a tongue twister for me. Take your left leg out to the side, right leg bent. Inhale, arms up, and then twist your torso over towards that straight leg and exhale, fold. So it's straight-ish, right? If straight doesn't work for you, then bend the knee. Flex the feet. And again, think about length, reaching the crown of the head towards the foot, and then exhale, releasing down. So it's not so much getting chest to thigh as it is about finding that length through the spine. Go ahead, inhale, arms up. Take a twist here, so left hand to the right knee and plant the right hand behind you, come into your twist. Just like we did at the beginning, only with our half butterfly leg. So inhale, lengthen through the spine, exhale, twist. And we'll come into a baby fallen warrior, plant that right hand down to the mat and come onto the right knee, right shin, lift the left arm up to the sky, maybe open it up. And release down. You release down, let's come into a little boat before we come into the other side. So we did all that knee to the chest when we were first starting. So start with your boat with the feet down, hug the knees, and find length through the spine. So we're thinking about this lower back being nice and straight. And once you have that, if you want, you can lift the legs, you can straighten the legs, whatever works where you can keep your spine nice and long. Just hold for 5 breaths, thinking about heart coming forward. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, tight ball. Then we'll come into the other side. So right leg long and left knee bent. Arms up to the sky. Turn the torso over the straight leg and begin to fold forward. Again, reaching forward first and then exhaling down. Walk back up, find the twist, right hand to the left knee, plant The left hand behind you. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up and twist. Both arms up to the sky and fine. And then drop the left hand to the left hip. Come on to the left knee, left shin. Reach the right arm up to the sky. Maybe open it up. Release down. We'll come into our knees to chest again, tight ball. And let's roll all the way down onto our back. Full body stretch. Arms and legs in opposite directions. And we'll just come into one bridge pose. Plant the feet hip distance apart. For most of us, fingertips can just about graze the heel. And as you're ready, come into your choice of bridge or wheel, pressing into the heels, the big toes to lift the hips. Think about lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Maybe interlace the hands behind, back under the seat. Press into the back of the head, spine long, and find your back bend. 2 more breaths here. Inhale to your peak. And then release down to the mat. Take the feet the width of the mat. Drop the knees in towards each other. If it feels good to windshield wiper the knees, go ahead and do that. And let's come into a butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Take the soles of the feet to each other, the knees open wide. Just release through the hip flexors. Maybe you take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart. And anytime you're ready, we're going to move into our final rest. So take one hand to the outside of each knee and guide those knees towards each other. And then come into your full body stretch. Maybe taking a moment to reach through the right arm and left foot. Left arm, right foot. And start to settle into your final rest. There's magic in the unknown, and how this might really apply to the times we're in now. Sometimes we're out of ideas. We think and think, but nothing comes. We don't know what's next. It feels like we're at a dead end, but we're not. That void, that dreaded blank spot is really a glorious, magical place. Sometimes we have to run out of our ideas before we can open to any new ones. The reason we can't see any further is because our ideas are limited by our past, by past experiences, by what life has been like before. Our future doesn't have to be limited by our past. Life knows that. Now we can learn it too. We're not at a dead end. We've reached a new beginning. Now is a time of magic. Let the universe take your hand and show you things you have never seen before. Now at last you're open and vulnerable enough to begin. Celebrate the magic, the mystery of the unknown. Celebrate the miracles that will certainly come. If you'd like to take a longer Shavasana, of course, feel free to do that. It's the beauty of your home practice. But if you're ready to start coming out, you can begin to come back into your full body stretch. Circling fingers and toes, ankles and wrists. Maybe rotating your head from side to side. And bring your knees to your chest. Take some gentle rocks side to side. And taking your time, release both knees to your favorite side, coming into a fetal position on your side, cradling your head with your arm. Then pressing into the top hand, rise to a seated position, bringing hands to heart center, eyes still closed. And we'll close our practice as we began with 3 cleansing breaths. When you're ready, take a nice long inhale through the nose, side out. Inhale through the nose. Let it go. This time, pause at the top of the breath. And release. Thumbs to third eye. We bow and say namaste. Thank you, everyone, for coming today. It's my pleasure to share this practice with you. So I'm also on teaching Tuesdays at 9:30. So if you enjoyed the class, please join me on Tuesdays. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. Find the magic.
Take care. Thank you, Jen.
Thank you. Bye-bye.